Hello, everyone. Welcome to Small Biz Tips. So, about 2 to 3 years ago, I went to this amazing mastermind in Miami, tons of super successful people. And I ended up meeting this guy, and he started talking about what he's doing in real estate. I'm like, yo, he's killing it. Then I found out he has a brother that looked just like him. So I had to bring him on. Jeremy, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? Everything good with you, bro?
I am fantastic, brother. I am so happy you decided to come on and bless the people with your gems. So before we get started, because I know you're the man in real estate, who is Jeremy? Let's talk about that.
Well, first and foremost, man, I thank you for having me on the show, man. Really appreciate it. Having me on and share my story and the tips that I have with the audience. So, man, thank you. But Jeremy, I'm one half of the Mathis twins.
Mm,
We were born and raised in Miami, Florida. We still live down here. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and
congrats.
thank you. And after all of those things, I'm an entrepreneur. My brother and I, we've been in business for ourselves since we were in college. We never really
Wow.
worked two jobs. We had a company that failed in college. Then we started another company that did okay, and then
Uh-huh.
we started a cleaning company. We grew and we sold that cleaning company within 18 months. And then
Nice.
7 years ago, we were fortunate enough to stumble upon how awesome real estate was, and we've been doing real estate investing now for the last 7 years. We've done 400 plus transactions. We've
Wow.
done millions of dollars in sales, and we have a rental portfolio. We do fix and flips. We do small development. So we're touching almost every facet of real estate. That's Jeremy.
Ooh, I love it. Let's go. I got
Yeah.
so many questions, bro, because I started my first business in college as well. I used to own a photography company, so I can relate when you're in school trying to figure it out. You know,
Trying to make them breadcrumbs compared to
I
what you
know.
now.
Like crazy, right? And then you mentioned you had your first business and you sold it out of college, right? Like I recently sold my company. So I'm curious, you know, how did you get into that business and in 18 months being able to grow it
Gotcha.
and sell it? Tell me more.
Well, first, congratulations on selling your business, man. That's a huge milestone, huge
Thank you.
accomplishment.
Thank you.
But for us, we had a custom clothing line in college. That was our first real business. In high school, we had
Okay.
some other businesses, but our first real business with the LLC, a bank account, was a custom clothing line. We put $20,000 into that business, and it
Mm-hmm.
failed. But luckily for us, the only way you can fail in life is if you quit. My brother and I,
Yes.
we don't know what that means, so we
Mm.
just pivoted. So we started doing promotional marketing. We saw a
Okay.
need on campus, started doing marketing for our peers and other organizations on campus, and we were making decent money. In college, it
Yeah.
was good money, but then relative to as you get older, you start to realize I was making bread. But we was making that decent money, and then I took an internship
Mm.
summer. I did really well in the internship, and the guy wanted to hire me.
Okay.
I just knew I wasn't cut out to work for anybody. I'm a different type of person. So after realizing he wasn't going to hire me, he recruited my brother and I both, and we started that cleaning company. It was
Wow.
it was a niche cleaning service, and what we did was we focused specifically on the medical industry, and we
Mm.
charged premium because we did more than what other cleaning companies were willing to do. We grew that company and then we sold it. We sold it because we started realizing we really didn't love the business. We started
Mm.
realizing that the margins were getting smaller and smaller, and we also didn't want to deal with the type of employees that we had, because
Yeah.
within 18 months we had hired and fired 29 employees. So once
Wow.
we sold that business, and then we got into real estate.
Let's talk about, well, first, that's a lot of experience from
Yeah,
just from college to get out of college. That's amazing.
yeah.
Um, and all the learnings you've gone through, right? So now you got into real estate. How did you guys get into real estate? Like, because you hear that all the time. I'm in real estate, but what happened? Tell us that.
So let me start by saying I really do real estate, because I know a lot of people, and this girl, "Well, I'm in real estate." Like, I really do real estate. But for us, we had a strategic meeting with our partner at the time, who was older than us, and he was
Mhm.
like a mentor slash investor, and he was the one that helped us understand that we could sell the business. So we
Okay.
listed the business with a business broker, and we said, what are we going to do next?
Mm.
Real estate, because everybody says you do money, you do business in real estate. I'm a
Yeah.
strong believer in Christ. As soon as we thought about the idea, I think it was the same day or the next day we heard an ad on the radio. Come to my free real estate seminar.
Wow.
The free real estate seminar, and free turned into us increasing the limit on our credit cards and giving those people $55,000 to pay them
Wow.
to get into their mentorship program. We spent the money because we truly believe
Yeah.
betting on ourselves, but at the time we didn't understand due diligence. We didn't do proper due diligence on those people, and they essentially scammed us out of 55,000. When that happens in life, when bad things happen in life, you either lay down or you rise
Mm.
to the occasion. And my
Yeah.
brother, we know how to rise to the occasion, so we rose to the occasion. And guess what we did after that? Take a guess what we did after we got scammed.
Reinvested into a mentorship program.
Yes.
You gotta
we
learn
went and
it from
got,
somebody, right?
we went and found another mentor. We paid that mentor 15,000, but this time we did better vetting, better due
Yeah.
diligence, and he showed us that he had success with other people and he was actually doing a business. So I just want to make sure that your audience understands. Before we ever did a real estate deal, we were $70,000 in debt.
Mm.
Because yeah, we sold the company, but we sold the company after we did our first real estate deal. Because the company, once we hired those mentors, we were
Yeah.
still operating the cleaning company.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, once we did our first real estate deal, we made like 19,500, which is what we were making on a monthly basis in that cleaning
Mm-hmm.
company. Like man, was like, you know what, let's get rid of this and let's move on. So essentially, we hired mentors and they taught us the business, and we went out and actually implemented and executed what they taught us. So
Gotcha. What's like now let's dive deeper right into real estate. What was the first property that you guys got that made you the 19 grand? Was it a fix and flip, or how did you guys go about getting it?
great question. So the first mentor that we hired, we wanted to do a fix and flip because at the time, in 2016, 2017,
Yeah.
HCTV was huge and everybody was flipping houses. So we wanted to flip houses. Oh, we're gonna go flip.
Uh-huh.
So the first mentor that scammed us, they supposed to teach us how to flip houses. The second mentor is like, guys, before you start flipping houses, you need to start wholesaling. And what
Mm.
wholesaling is you find a discounted property, you get it under contract, and you sell your rights to the contract for a fee. So that
Okay.
was our first probably 50, 60 deals within
Oh
18
wow.
months. Once we got started in real estate was all wholesaling, and then we got into fix and flipping, and then we got into buying rentals,
Gotcha.
and then we just started to scale
Yeah, you
up from
guys
that.
did them in stages. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But it also helped you build your cash flow because now you're doing those contract assignments, you
yes,
building up that cash, and now you can have cash to actually invest and buy other properties.
right, yes, yes. But if you know what you're doing in real estate, you know that if you're really in real estate, the real thing is find the deal. If
Yeah.
you find the deal, the stars will align themselves. You'll find the money, you'll find the resources, you'll find everything else that you need to find. So through wholesaling, we understood that if you find the deal, because
Yeah.
what we would do is we would wholesale it to other buyers and we would
Hmm.
keep track, we would keep track of what they did with the deal. And some
Huh.
of these people, we started realizing all they was doing was they would buy the deal with other people's money. They put it in sweat equity, they sell it, and they split the profits. So we're like,
Mm.
we're finding these deals already. Let's go to another level and start buying these deals ourselves and fixing and flipping them and buying rentals.
Let me ask you this, right? When you start deciding, hey, I'm gonna buy these deals myself, did you use the cash flow you build up through wholesaling, or did you find an investor to help you get the deal under on closing?
First and foremost, you're good with the questions. You're really good with the questions. You're really good.
Thank you,
For us,
thank you.
so luckily for us, we've done 400 plus transactions, and we rarely use our own money. We use other people's money because we understand the trick in real estate. The trick is you find
Yeah.
the deal, you put in the sweat equity, and you go out and you raise the capital, and other people they are more likely to do a real estate deal and invest in the real estate deal because they can see it. It's physical,
Mm-hmm.
not like a business. So that's
Yeah.
the thing about real estate. People can actually go and see what's going on.
I love it. I love it. So I want to get deeper here, right? Because we have some folks that are in real estate. And some folks that I know that listen, they're in real estate, but they always use their own money. So let's talk about that investor side, right? Because how do you find the investor? Are you using private money lenders? Or you going to a networking event? Like, give us
Great,
the game.
not great, not great question. So we found our first investor at a networking event. It was a
Okay.
RIA event, Real Estate Investors Association event, and these RIAs are throughout the country. We
Yeah.
went and other people, if you're going to a RIA event, you're doing real estate or you want to get into real estate. We met a couple that wanted to get into real estate, but they didn't want to do the work. We
Uh,
wanted to do. They had the money because
yeah.
they had the money. So for us, it was the perfect partnership. So essentially, what we did was we thought long term, and it was expensive up front. Now it's different for us, thank
Yeah.
God. We were paying them interest on their money, and they were getting a cut out of the profit, which we were fine with, because
Yeah.
for us,
Because,
we was focused on getting in the game. So
yeah.
many people, they stay on the sidelines and not getting in the game because they worry about other people's plays. I wasn't worried about
Yeah.
nobody else's plays. I was focusing on mine. I was
I
trying
love
to score
it.
a touchdown.
I
So
love it. I love it.
yeah,
All right. So, all right. I like this conversation because, like, it's so much in real estate that people don't talk about. So I appreciate you coming here and sharing the gems. And that now,
yep.
at the end of the day, you're building a business, right? Because you build a portfolio of properties that's so what do you do with your money when it comes from real estate? Like, for example, you get the cash flow properties going. How do you measure, okay, this property, we're going to take this deal, we're going to go with this deal? Or you're looking at the cash on cash return? What are you looking at to determine, okay, how do I make this portfolio more profitable?
So wait, so are you asking me how do we determine what we're going to do with the deal once we get it in the contract? Is that your question?
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
So once we get a property in the contract, it comes down to the numbers. If you're in business, you understand that you make all your decisions based off numbers. So for
Mm-hmm.
us, if we're selling a deal, we want to make between 15 to 20,000. If we're fixing and flipping a deal, we want to make between 25 to 40,000. And if we are buying it as a rental, if it's in
Yeah.
a C class area, we want to make at least $400 per door net cash flow after all expenses. Or if it's an AB area, we want to make $250 per door net cash flow once we
Yeah.
get the property renovated and going. So we've set parameters for ourselves that help us make decisions, that helps our
Wow.
team make decisions.
I love it.
So
Now you mentioned team. Let's talk about the team, right? Because now you're growing. You've been a couple
yeah.
years in. Who's in the team? Do you have somebody that's solely focused on getting you guys deals in the door and you focus on closing it? What does that look like?
Got you. So we have people that do acquisition. So we generate our own leads. So we generate the lead. And then we have people on the phones that get those people in the contract. And then once they come on once we get in the contract, then we have somebody on our team alongside my brother that determines what is the exit strategy. Are we gonna wholesale this? Are we gonna fix and flip? Or are we gonna keep it as a rental? What are we gonna do? And then once we decide that, then we have people that help us wholesale that's on the team that help us find the buyer for the deal. If we keep
Mm,
it as a fix and flip, then we have a project manager either for fix and flip and rentals. Because 9 times out of 10, the rentals that we're buying, we're not
mm-hmm,
buying fixed up. We're buying properties with a ton of equity in them that we can go in and put the work in, which we don't mind. So
mm.
once we get for the fix and flip and the rentals, we have a project manager that helps us manage those projects and get them to the finish line.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So now you said you do small development?
Yeah, we've done one small. Let me be very clear about this. We've
Yes,
done one
yes.
small develop. We've done one small development deal, and we want to do more. It's just right now we have not been able to find what we want to find in South Florida. You know, since the pandemic, it's been going stupid, done
Everybody
crazy.
moving to Florida.
Yeah, yes, yes, and it's a real thing where prices are outrageous down here. So
Uh-huh.
we've done one development deal, and we're trying to do more because the thing I like about development is, and it's easier to fix. It's easier than fixing and flipping and buying rentals because you're starting out with a blank canvas. It's
Mm,
easier to start with a blank canvas than having to come and repaint over somebody else's canvas because
yeah.
with somebody else's canvas, you don't know what they did behind that painting.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
true.
understand? So
Yeah.
that's why we like development. Even though we've done one, we're trying to do more.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's talk about, you have the team structure, you guys building it out. What's, like beside development, what's next? Because I know you guys got a lot of other things going on. What else you got going on? What's the vision for the next 2, 3 years?
I appreciate that question. So for us, we're still going to continue with fixing and flipping, also buying smaller rentals. It
Yeah.
provides great cash for us, and we take that cash and we're going to deploy it into buying more rentals. That's number one. We have a decent sized rental portfolio, and we cash flow pretty well on that. And because of that, we understand how awesome cash flow is. As you
Mm.
know, in business, you ain't gonna always make money every single month in business.
Yeah, yeah. It ups and downs.
Some people have that luxury, but most people don't. And I'm
Mhm.
most people. We're not making money every single month. We got money coming in, but that don't mean we're making money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So with cash flow, it has helped us understand that we want to buy more cash flow. So what that looks like for us is we're actually not splitting up. I'm trying to find a better word. My brother, we still have a partnership, but my brother, he's focused 100% on our education business, which is teaching other people how to do what we do, and
Mm-hmm.
also continue the fix and flip operation and buying rentals, and also buying bigger deals. You want to buy
Gotcha.
bigger deals. And I'm going out and I'm trying to go out and buy more cash flow. And what that means is we're looking to buy a business or two, really one
Gotcha.
now, and
Okay.
eventually get better at that, start buying more businesses because we see that a lot of small business owners, they're missing little critical parts that we believe we can come in and help them with. So we're
Yeah.
actively looking for a business to buy.
I love it. You
Or
guys are conquering, expand and conquer. I like it.
yeah. We
That's
call it
awesome.
divide and conquer.
This is good, man. This is good. So, let me ask you this, right? You mentioned the education business that your brother's running. What exactly are you guys doing there? And how you helping the people in that space, or how he helping the people in that space?
Got you. So essentially, what we've done in that space, we're helping people. We're the name of the company is Expose and Expand. We're
Okay.
exposing people what we're doing in our business so that they can go out and expand themselves. So we're showing
Mm.
you everything that we do. We're giving you the blueprint because you could
Yeah.
do this business across anywhere in the United States. We
Yeah.
wholesale across all 50 states. So that is letting people know that regardless of where you are, you can set up shop anywhere and you can do this business. So
I
we're
love
just
it.
showing what we do, so how they can, and showing them how they can themselves can go out and make money. It's just you got to be able to take action and go out and actually implement what we show you to do.
I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
you've been a business owner for a very long time, right? To kind of wrap things up, and I'm gonna have you guys come back for part two. What is that small biz tips you could share with any entrepreneurs out there, either they're in real estate or just running their business? Because you mentioned the core things that they should be doing.
Number one is two things that that I'm getting better in this area, and I want to be great in this area. Number one is really knowing the numbers, and when I say know the numbers. So for us, some of the key metrics that we're looking at: how much does it cost us to get a lead? How much does it cost us to get a contract? How much
Yeah.
does it cost us to get a closed deal? Once you know that, you could just exponentially grow the business because if you know that it takes you $2,500 or $3,000 just to close a deal. If you
Yeah.
want to close deals, that means you need to spend $30,000
That's
every single
it.
month. So that's number one. Understand your numbers. Really dig deep and understand that conversion rate and all of that because it helps you. Once you know what it is,
Mm,
you just put money behind it and it grows. That's number one. And number two, don't go cheap. Stop trying to
mm,
find a cheap people to do the job. Get you some good talent that can come in and take some of that burden off of you, that can
mm.
come in and really help you grow the organization. For the longest, we were doing okay in business. And I'm not saying we like absolutely crushing it.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got things got better for us once we started to hire better talent. Once we
Mm-hmm.
started to stop trying to find the cheapest person. Once we found a
Mm-hmm.
person that could come in where we didn't have to give them all the answers and they gave us the answers. So
Okay.
my top two tips: number one, really know your numbers for your business. And then number two, hire great people that can come in and help you grow and scale and take some of that burden off of you.
Ooh, I love it. How do people get in touch with you, man? If they want to work with your team or they want to sell y'all some real estate, how do they get in
The
touch
best
with you?
The best way is on Instagram.
Okay.
We MathisTwins. That's MathisTwins. MathisTwins at MathisTwins on Instagram. We have the blue check. There are some scammers out there. Just look for the
Mm.
blue check. That's DM. We do look at our DMs. We've done deals with people that have sent us. We've done deals with people that have sent us DMs.
Oh,
We've
wow.
invested money with people that sent us DMs. So we check, like we're pretty active on our DMs and looking in our DMs. That's the best way to get in contact with us.
I love it. Guys, check out the Mathis twins, Jeremy and his brother. They're amazing. Thank you for blessing us with your presence and these gems today, brother. Thanks for chopping in.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.